Mars. We're here for the Martian workshop. It's the last day of... We're here for the Martian Enterprise. It's the last day of workshops. And we have gathered here. We have XD, Malantel, Lich Shadow, and Santa Cruno. And today we're going to learn about dry ice, I think. So if you look to the left, you might see, oh, there's only 5 silicon tiles. Actually, that has nothing to do with dry ice. Usually when you look to the left and see almost no water or almost no carbon, it's because there's dry ice. This time, there's actually silicon as low. So what this dry ice does is, when you place solar there, you will get both oxygen and carbon.
Yeah.
I just said, okay, go ahead.
I would found scientific on the silicon patch. The only silicon patch. Because nukes.
Yeah.
And ship iron. And ship steel.
Yeah.
And well, like 36k dead, well, maybe. Then
yeah. So the idea is HQ1 glass, I guess.
HQ1 glass makes sense because there's colony consumption and you need to use it to upgrade, and glass starts to double. So now, because the shadow has crushed some silicon, there's now 4 silicon tiles left, and it's good. And the shadow did not secure the silicon tiles yet. So in this situation, what the trick you can use is the initial 2 tiles they get, they can use it on top of silicon tile, so it is there for sure.
Were there scientists this game?
Maybe there was not. I am not sure.
Because I can't believe nobody found the scientists. This map is awful.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what HQs there were, but there's no nomad spots, there's no scav spots. Yeah, I would really like to go scientist here. But let's see, this... Like, because everyone is in a precarious situation, there might be possible that nobody starts the nuke war, because nobody wants to get nuked. Like, maybe Monotel will be safe from nukes, at least if it gets Sloan drilling. Everyone else has really vulnerable spots. And of course everyone has vulnerable silicon, because there's no silicon in this map. No core samples either. Ooh, oxygen shortage. I might want to go into the solars now. So if there's a high starting oxygen or a shortage like this, solar condenser is a really nice moneymaker. So one single solar condenser, when it's daytime, makes twice as much oxygen as one single reactor does.
Yeah.
So it's a better source of oxygen than reactors, unless there's a dust storm. They are affected by solar flares and dust storms. That's what you need to keep in mind.
Okay. So let's review the top right corner of this map. What do you think about each player's founds? They look pretty similar to me.
Well, XD's found was awful. I mean, I'm using strong language on XD, but what are you doing, XD? So there's no way you found with this much debt.
Yeah, that was the biggest issue.
Not for the best found in the game. And this found is not the best found in the game. In fact, it might be the worst found in the game. So why is it the worst? Because your iron is 2 mediums. You don't really want to have 2 iron mines. So just go for the high if you can, and you could because you found it first. And also, because you're medium and you do become a threat, you're very easily nuked. Like, mediums are a nuker's best target.
Yeah.
You would really stick out if you go ahead here. So basically, the only way you can play this found is if you're not ahead, which means you're probably not winning. I think maybe he valued the geo a lot? I'm not sure. Yeah, I would favor everyone else's found above that found.
Yeah, that is a very good point.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much Lich Shadow found it for, but it was maybe debt-free, maybe a bit. But I do like what he has going here. He
Yeah.
can never be nuked on water, really. He has a lot of it. He's vulnerable to some iron nukes, but if he gets nuked, those can become nice wind turbines. And of course, he's vulnerable to silicon nukes, but so is everyone because there's no silicon on this map.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's a really, really strong found.
It is the best found in this map.
Yeah, I think so. And one thing you can keep in mind in a nuke map like this is, for example, if you need to take your aluminum, you should take some that's on dry ice, just in case you get nuked. That way you can transition it into solar condensers. Like Santa Cruz double aluminum. I have to make sure they're not actually on ice. They're not, right? No, they're not on ice. I would much rather taken it to they're on the ice.
They dodged the aluminum. Although Santa Cruz does have a medium instead of low. But what I don't like about it is that Santa Cruz is having double aluminum tile. Because robot does not consume much. The price is okay. But this price is probably not going to be maintained because there's so much aluminum production. Although Shadow doesn't have it, XD doesn't have it, so maybe it's okay for a while.
Tell me about Santa Cruz solar panel.
So I don't like Santa Cruz solar panel because making power is okay, but I don't like black magic or single solar panel, and I don't like that. I also don't like that it's remote. So if a tile is remote, it's awkward to transition, it's awkward to put a production there. But if this was adjacent to the base, and if there was double, they have significantly more power production, and with this price of power production, then that solar panel would have been very good.
Yeah, what do you think about the location specifically? Like, this is... Wait, is the crater on lower ground than outside the crater? I'm not even sure. Yeah, I think it's a lower elevation. So it's literally going toward the only place where we get less output, isn't it?
No. Their elevation is the same. It's graphically a bit lower, half lower, but in game it's the same.
Oh, okay. I see.
The patent lab is constructed. Let's get our science on.
But yeah, doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah.
So power has become a really big thing here, and Lich Shadow has been using a lot of power, and he's now in deepest for debt. He also took the claim auction times 2, so he's paid 64k for auctions, and he's been leaking power debt all game.
Yeah.
And he doesn't seem too concerned about it. Building a pleasure dome, going for patents.
So people,
Yeah, he canceled this. Sorry, he canceled his pleasure dome and went for 1 geo.
For other players, Lich Shadow has the best base in this map and has secured a complete monopoly over Silicon Market. Lich Shadow has a very bright future, and what people can do to do against them, kill them before they become big. And when Lich Shadow did not have much money, had all 3 open stocks, Malontail with 60k money at end, Lich Shadow being at $10, Malontail could have pushed into Lich Shadow and maybe get a majority buyout. And if other players help, then that's much better.
Yeah. Malontail is going for nano teleportation, carbon scrubbing. I would go financial instruments, financial instruments, financial instruments, financial instruments. No, you should time it obviously so you get it right before the death tick. And I don't even know what that timing is, to be completely honest. doing so. It's probably like 16. Yeah, around now is when you need to start it.
Yeah.
So what's 40 divided by 6? Like 7. So 7 hours before 24. What's 24 minus 7? 17. You should start it at 17 at the latest. So if we start it now, it's too late.
Ronaldo is going for the shadow. I like this. I like this. This is a very cheap stock price, and that's what you need to win this uphill battle soon. Battle.
This share is gonna be a lot cheaper in
Yeah.
10 seconds.
D +4. How much money? Let's see how much that the shadow takes.
90.
87k.
Oh, that was a really good guess. 88k, 87k.
Okay.
Yeah, so now it's in D +8. That stock is on a planet. This Malontel you don't buy here, you wait until it gets a bit lower, I think.
If Malonte timed it,
Santa Cruz and XD doesn't have any money.
if Malonte timed it, he would have gotten 23k from this that thing. Right into pocket.
That's a quarter of the buy on the lit share.
Yeah.
The thing is, Santa Cruz and XD you're gonna lose here if Malontel gets his buy. What you maybe can do is buy into Malontel here. Or soon at least.
Yeah, that is a possibility. Now Malonte is so close to buyout. Needs 60k. What costed the shadow this much debt? Let's see. The balance sheet.
64k in auctions. And power ignored. And I think he was late into food too.
Auction 100k on the shadow. And
Wait, you took another one?
70k in power. Okay, that's a big debt. You don't want to be in that position.
Oh, yeah, he took the pleasure drum right now.
Congratulations.
He took the pressure dome
Yeah.
a minute ago. Or Sol 4 when he was already in D +4.
Yeah, this is a good pleasure dome, but I'm not sure the shadow is going to last that long. And Malontel needs to do everything they can to stop Lich Shadow from producing much, so that they don't pay that much debt. And buying their own stock is not going to help with that, because right now Lich Shadow is, although I have to pay down debt, I have to make myself expensive. And
I do like from Lich Shadow that he's stockpiling silicon. He should have done that earlier.
Yeah.
Like silicon was super cheap for a game like this.
So,
and now he's doing the right thing. Keep it rising.
Yeah, Malonte would have gotten the buy at this point if they did not buy their own stock.
Not quite, but almost.
I mean, this shadow was much expensive than this, much cheaper than this.
Okay.
It was like 12 stock price and 14 later.
Yeah, but he just started buying into himself. He bought into himself like 40 seconds ago.
Yeah, so Malonte buying into himself is going to delay this buy and giving the shadow another chance to save himself.
Yeah. And the silicon price is skyrocketing. So everyone's helping Lich Shadow out. As soon as he sells this, he's gonna be able to pay himself out of D.
Yeah. The shadow already is 100k and can pay down this debt. Although I'm not sure if it's going to win in the game because it's still far behind its stock game.
I mean, I would just like once this silicon keeps rising at this rate, or maybe at like 200, I will sell everything, upgrade, buy my claims, and then pay off my debt.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
I don't think you want to wait too long. Because the good thing about Marlon is he stayed on HQ4.
New building is available for auction.
So if you can get a claim advantage, hit him with some black market, pay off your debt and then buy into him, you will like double the price he has to pay, and he's not really growing.
Auction
Although he is
claim
optimizing, which is nice.
being closed.
And I'm glad Lich Shadow didn't pay for that.
So, markets. Looks like Malonto is not producing much outside of water. Food. And in such situation, what other players can do to stop them from winning is, their only moneymaker is food, power storage food, or they can also produce more food themselves and crash the price and kill their market so they don't earn money. It's going to help with this race. It looks like Lich Shadow has gotten another chance. Lich Shadow paid out all of his debt, and the stock price is now very
I
similar to
really like
Malonto.
what Malonto did. Malonto went for the upgrade. Now what you need to make sure is that you have a way to make money without silicon. You can like super optimize glass maybe, and surplus silicon.
Yeah, surplus
Or you can
silicon
do like Offworld.
will be
Or
excellent.
you should definitely build a pleasure dome. Lich Shadow's single pleasure dome there is contributing a lot to his welfare.
Yeah.
And honestly, more use black market. You can dynamite Lich Shadows, pleasure dome. You can power surge his farms and quarries. You can nuke the quarries. Can no, that's about it. You could network virus his glass kit. No. Network virus is electrolysis. Yeah, that's good. Network virus is electrolysis. But don't do that when it's 2k, but it's something you can do. But when dynamites are 2k, you buy them. When power surge are 10k, you buy them.
So, Marlonto has bought into his own stock, and this is a move that says, I have the long game, I want to make this game last longer, or I'm scared about other players jumping into my own stock. And which is at the cost of delaying their own purchases or actions. So you have to consider that.
I would like to see Offworlds first. And I really don't like Santa Bruno shorting oxygen here. He realizes, oh, I have so much oxygen. It's so easy to get. Well, that also means it's easy for your opponents to get. XD has 4 solar condensers. He's gonna swim in oxygen too.
Yeah.
So it's not a great choice for hacking. And if it was, no, never mind. Maybe someone who doesn't pay attention will buy into it. They say, oh, a cheap resource is shorting. It must be random. Let's buy into it. No, but that's not a good strategy.
Looks like to me Lich Shadow is winning now with 60k in money. Has offered establishing. Although this is also another weakness, Lich Shadow, because dynamite is at 3k. They can goon it, but dynamite is always going to be cheaper than goon. Until some point.
Yeah. And you never want to go colony Offworld here. Because there's network viruses, there's dynamites.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's no spy, but anyone could just buy a network virus and then immediately follow up with a dynamite if it went through. If it didn't go through, if you had a goon, then you have to pay a lot for a new goon.
Yeah.
They don't pay anything barely for the network virus. So not a fan of this. And so if he buys all Monontel's stock, I guess they're quite similar. But I wouldn't say he's winning now.
Yeah, the Lich Shadow seems to be winning now.
So you call similar winning?
Hmm?
You have to imagine Lich Shadow buying 5 stock in Malontel for the money to be even.
Offworld
Yeah.
shipment launched. Look at all
The
the
question
But
is,
yeah, of course, while even though if nobody's doing anything about this, then yeah, he's winning.
question is Malota making money? And when I look at press X key in Malota space, there's only one thing that makes real money, which is electronics.
Yeah, that's true.
And as
Alright,
long as the
Shadow's
shadow
winning.
keeps us
It hurts me to say though, because he has 2 colony off-worlds and dynamites are 3k. He shouldn't be winning. Right?
well, it's not being punished yet.
Yeah. But yeah. So what I talked about before, Melonte needs a plan for how to survive without silicon.
Yeah.
He did build a pleasure dome, but you need bigger plans than that.
Congratulations.
Surplus
Like I wouldn't mind
it.
thinking machines in double off-world. I mean, like 5 minutes ago.
Surplus it non-stop.
Optimization routine
Well, yeah,
set
that
for
was one of the things I suggested too.
Yeah. Because
What do you think about Senna's crater?
what goes on in there.
it's a very beautiful auto of like 6 electronics factories.
It's art.
It looks like a flower.
Successful off-world shipment.
A flower in
Room
winter.
for the profits.
So the reason Malontel's electronics are good and his are bad is because Malontel has it perfectly optimized.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's confused. He sees green numbers on Malontel.
No,
But yeah,
Malon-
Lich Shadow, without a doubt, has the upper hand in earning money.
yeah, Malontel counters with building their own off-road. And with the imbalance of black market usage between players, this might be punished more than Lich Shadow should have been.
The engineers have advanced our production. The off-world market is black market is open for business.
And now,
Lich Shadow didn't even go in the other off-world.
yeah,
So everyone can. I want to point out
Is being sold.
that I find this kind of inexcusable just because everyone can see at the scoreboard, oh, this player has 2 off-worlds.
Your stock is being
You know the off-world is a high-impact, expensive building. You should definitely try to see where they are. You should see, oh, they're at the colony. What can I do about this?
sold.
Your eyes naturally go to the black market, you see 3k dynamites. But none of the players seem to have this process. And it's such an easy process, it's right there on the scoreboard. These 2 off-worlds.
Off-world shipment
Yeah.
launched. Look at all the money.
I feel like I'm being negative today.
Affirmative. Payout.
be nice and be
It
calm.
hurts. It hurts to see though.
No, it's fine.
I want to stop this. Can spectators use dynamites? You should make a mod for that.
You can shout on the chat, dynamite, use dynamite.
Yeah,
Methods
a bit too
continue
late
to
now.
improve.
XD and Santa Cruna left the game.
Yeah.
So this is over. At this point, we can take a look at what's happening in DT's game.
Yeah.
Oh, they started a new one. So we might have a... Yeah, we might have an FFA where you and I have to play.
Okay.
If XD and Santa Cruna left.
Off-world shipment launched.
Or we can do FFA. 1 versus 1.
Alright, Lich Shadow takes the victory.
Well played.